in blue when they hit the pitch, and Macaws in orange. And there we go. They are on the floor. The rosters going to be Geo, Schultze, and Shamsreel for the Yetis. For the Macaws, Binksy, Ducks, and Havoc. And things are underway. Schultze trying to send this one out, but the first possession of the game looking to go the way of the Macaws. Havoc with the block. Shamsreel there to collect that one, keep possession for the Yetis. Sends it on net. Binksy gets that clear out. Shamsreel, it's going to be back. Yetis looking to take it end to end, get this clear, get some momentum. Not a fantastic touch by Havoc, but enough to get it to Ducks. Gets bumped back. Ducks gets an unfortunate touch, and I don't think one that he meant there. All three of the Macaws up, but they're able to escape unscathed. And now, a minute into this game, it seems to be a little bit back and forth. Not a whole lot of shots coming from both teams. In fact, 0. We'll see if that'll change, but so far a pretty defensive game, played a lot in the corners.
Yeah, and I'm just, like, with all the stats and statistics, and I'm surprised the what's his team? The Yetis are not using Genius. Genius has the highest goals per games for the Yetis, and he's not here.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there. Speaking of unfortunate, Yetis defense slipping up there. Ducks gonna get on the board. Sorry, yeah, it was Ducks. I can read, I promise. Ducks getting a goal to start us off here. Start the Macaws off on the right foot, and there's the second. Havoc sending one in from the midfield with that backflip there from Ducks, creating a lot of space for that shot, and a perfect placement on that as well. Macaws up 2 already, continuing to be that dominant team.
Oh, I just got word that the Macaws are actually brought down a player for this game. Bigsy's on their indie team.
Using that sub down, I see. So that's definitely an interesting development that could impact team chemistry quite a bit. We'll see how that helps or hurts this team. So far, looking good. Binksy so far at the bottom of the scoreboard, which is something good to see here for the Macaws. Definitely giving them that leg up that they wanted, and able to keep that possession. Binksy looking good so far. Tries to get the pass out in front, but 50 is there, and it's a little bit too strong for Ducks to get on. Shamsreel was there with the infield, but it doesn't get through. This one going to bounce straight down, but Ducks reads that one well. This ball in the corner. Binksy trying to bring it over. Shamsreel gets the bump, but the ball does not find its way through. This one going to go off the backboard. Havoc is there waiting. Does not get onto it, though. Shamsreel can't get a touch on that either. Binksy looking to make a solo play by himself. Duck's going to go off the crossbar. Shamsreel there for the clear. This one back out to midfield, but the Macaws holding so much possession right now. And as I say that, coming back the other way, Yetis trying to get on the board here. Still no shots this game. Seems like the Macaws found their stride a little bit after that first minute and have really found a groove and been able to have a lot more offensive pressure as of late, Striker.
Yeah, and with that being said, though, just a little bit of stats-wise for Big C, right? He have right now, with the games that he does in Indy, he has a 0.73. He also has a 0.47, but also has that save of under just 1.
So that goals, assists, and saves for Binksy up at the top level, and that shot from Geo going to go in, and as an unfortunate touch from, I believe, Binksy, going to end up giving it right back to the Yetis. They're going to get on the board with their first shot of the game. That one going to bring this to a 1-goal contest. Make it 0. This thing is tied back up just like that. Kickoff goal coming in from Schultze. And that, a nice one to tie this thing up.
Yeah, it was unfortunate for Ducks. He misread the touch from I'm sorry if I messed his name up, but Salsi, and yeah, it's just tied 2 apiece.
Whew. That almost going in. The pinch coming out from Ducks, and Pinksy takes this one back out mid. This one gonna go by. Shamsreel's got an open net. Yetis come back 3 in a row. Tie this thing up with 69 seconds to go. And this been a huge swing of momentum. Macaws have broken down here in the last 30 seconds. And unfortunately for them, they find themselves in a hole here. Not where they thought they'd be.
Yeah, now this has just been an interesting game because, like everybody was saying on the desk, there's like the Macaws are just out of their own. Like they're up 6-1 in the league, and Yetis are now giving them a game in game 1.
This would be a huge win for the Yetis and a great way to start this thing off. Like you said, Yetis, part of a league of their own within Mav. A temporary collapse. One that is taken advantage of, not something that we saw in the last series. Mistakes not capitalized on, but this one capitalized on big time as the Yetis score their 4th in a row. Not sure what happened on the defensive end. The communication lacking. An advantage taken, played, and used for the Yetis. And they find another one here. Binksy with the 50 in front off the kickoff. Going to bring this back to a 1-goal game, though. There is life in the Macaws yet.
Oh yeah, it's all going to come down to that final whistle in game 1, hopefully, to see if the Macaws can bring it back.
The Macaws way up there in goals this season as well. And this game getting 3, but I think more importantly, Yetis are second last in goals for with just 44 on the season. Make it 48 as they score 1/12 of their goals over the entire season in just this one game. And they all came right in a row. And they're going to take game 1 seemingly out of nowhere. I don't know where they found the momentum push to be able to really bring them over the top. Maybe Schultze's ping, as it spiked up to about 200 just then. But that would be very unfortunate. But even with that ping spike, he is on the Yetis after all. That ended up working out for him. So hopefully they can continue their, excuse me, dominant form coming into this next game. Well, at least they found that dominant form in the last 3 minutes or so.
Yeah, and it's now officially a game for the Macaws because if they are going down, if they lose the next game, they have to reverse sweep the Yetis, and it's going to be a hard competition for both teams.
Yeah, the Macaws would not want to find themselves in that hole, as it is not something that they've seen a whole lot. Having to reverse sweep. We know Stream is the bringer of reverse sweeps. That has been said over and done with so many times. But this game in particular, not one we thought would go in reverse sweep possibility fashion, but we could very well see that in this game too. If the Yetis come out strong again, whiff coming out from Gio. Can they keep it out? Barely. Schultze is there. Ducks with the shot on. Goes off the post. This one frantic to start off, but it stays out of the net. Thankfully enough for the Yetis. They keep it tied by the absolute skin of their teeth. Whew.
Yeah.
What a way to start this one.
I was just like in shock, just watching that whole play out, and I'm surprised there's not a goal on the board.
All they had to do was breathe on it, and the Macaws would have found themselves with a 1-0 lead, but they couldn't lean far enough out their window to get that to happen. That a good dunk. Sends it back into the corner. Schultze is there. Going to try and send that center, but we are tied still. Some open space now in the corner for Gio. Going to send this one middle. Ducks is going to be there. Power clear. Trying to find a teammate. Binksy with the threat. That not going to go through. This one recentered. Havoc is there. Puts it off the post, though. The Shamsreel going to take this one out. Send it up the back wall for the Yetis. Trying to get some offensive possession. Schultze bangs this one back in. Binksy going to be on the ball. Not going to make contact, though. And neither is Shamsreel. He's going to try and tap this one down to Gio, but not quite expecting it. Binksy making the quick play. Can he get another touch? No, he fakes, but doesn't have the teammates' support there to put it in on what would have been a great shot opportunity. Havoc going to try and make another opportunity here for the Macaws, but again, not many shots here in the first 2 minutes. A grand total of 1, and it's going to be from Ducks when you hit the post in the first 10 seconds. So not a whole lot coming for these teams, and Yetis, known to be a lower scoring team. We did not see that in the last game, and with that demo, the defense thrown off. Ducks with his second shot of the game, going to find the back of the net and give the Macaws the lead here about halfway through this game.
And some stats for on the Ducks. We had Ducks having the most goals for this Macaws team here with a 1.08. We also have him as. This is why he has that one. This is why he has the highest for the Macaws. He's a goal scorer. He just puts it in the net.
Done it twice now in the last 10 seconds. Actually, make it 8. Now that's a 2-goal game, and hey, doesn't this seem familiar to the last one, huh? They were up 2-0. Macaws ended up letting in 4 goals straight at this point. And we'll see if the Yetis can work their magic again. It does not look like they are going to end up down 2-0 for the Macaws, but hey, you never know. They've done it once. Can they do it again? Schultze going to try and make this work. That's a good save. Keep it out of harm's way for Shamsreel. Havoc trying to put it in the danger zone, but does not get a touch there. Shams going to send this one the length of the field, but the possession lost to the goaltender of Ducks, who's 50'd at center. Schultze takes this one into the corner, looking for the pass. Ends up getting an extra touch. Great pass by Shams! Far post for Gio and the Yetis. Are we seeing another 4 goals? We very well could. That a great way to start it. Shamsreel with the best pass we've seen today.
Yeah, it was like a fast pace there for the Macaws, and they couldn't do anything. And Gio with the shot there, and it was nice play from the Yetis.
Beautiful little tic-tac-toe from them. That's gonna give them some momentum back in their wheelhouse. This one gonna go just wide. Schultze last man back. He's stranded, but that shot gonna go just wide. Binksy trying to keep it in, but the Yetis gonna transfer out now. Ducks sends it down for Binksy. Shot is on. Good save by Shamsreel. He's got 2 this game. Excuse me, leading the lobby in that regard. Gio gonna send this one the length of the field as well. Ducks is there with the control, but Shams with some great saves so far sends this one mid, but nobody there. Shams gonna go for that one, not gonna find it. Schultze in the corner trying to get it cleared. Binksy sends this one middle for the Macaws, though. Nobody on the end of that one. Gio sends this one down, nobody back, and Ducks barely able to get a touch on that. A very dangerous opportunity. All 3 Macaws on the wrong side of that ball, but it won't find its way through. Close quarters now, but Schultze can't make its way through the defense. Gonna bang this one off the back wall. Try and create some offense. Geo trying to keep it dangerous. Havoc sends it in the corner. Geo back out in front. Shamsreel is there, but Ducks with the 50. Gonna hold on. With 5 seconds on the clock, it looks like the Macaws not gonna give up 4 this time, just 1 in the comeback. And they hold on to win game number 2, even up the series at 1-1. And looking a lot more solid on defense that game, allowing only 1 shot, which was that goal the entire game.
Yeah, but again, but with the Macaws, like they didn't get any saves like registered into their stat line. So it's been like all shots, no saves, all aggression, no defense type of deal. So we'll see what happens in game 3, but right now it's all aggressive for both teams.
We'll see if the Yetis can get back into the ways of last game. They ended up losing the momentum that they had after the first couple of minutes of this one. Ducks coming in with 2 goals in this one, looking a lot better as well. But in terms of goals against per game, or goals against in general, first, the Tides at 38. Second is the Macaws at 39. And third happens to be the Yetis with 40. So they're all pretty good defensive teams. But the Macaws definitely have the leg up in terms of offensive production. They're within the top 5 in all of this league. Actually, I believe they're 6th in the entirety of Maverick for goals, whereas Yetis are 15th of 16 teams. So that's really the difference here. So that last game, a lot more like what we thought we'd see. A 4-3 victory for the Yetis was not something in the cards when we started, but they came out and fired away. And they're looking good doing it when they found that rhythm, but they ended up losing it in game 2. We'll see if they can gain it back. Here in game 3, 30 seconds into this one, not a whole lot happening. Again, shotless first 30 seconds. That seems to be a common factor here. Geo in the mid gets the shot off, and the defense isn't there to cover. And again, 1 shot on the board for both teams. It ends up in the back of the net. 44 seconds in, a great early lead here for the Yetis. And this will be the first lead that they have had to work with, and the first time that they've scored the first goal in either of these games. So we'll see if they can hold a lead. Not something that they've really been tasked with for long periods of time. That's going to be an interesting factor in this one for sure.
Yeah, and with Geo, his stats, he has the lowest goals per game on this Yetis lineup. So getting those goals and getting those shots on is a huge factor into this game.
Not one you usually see scoring, but definitely one that is welcome to if you are the Yetis, and he's gotten a couple, I believe, in the last 2 games. Has been a decent offensive producer for this Yetis team. Schultze with that demo, going to create a little bit of space here for the Yetis. This one going to be sent back out to midfield. Schultze misreads that, and the defense in a bit of a rough position here. Binksy going off the backboard, tries to get the pass off. Schultze gets enough on it to make it impossible to read, and Ducks not having the best of luck in the corner, but Binksy's there with the clear. Back off the wall. Ducks going to send this one into the corner. Gets another touch, pops this one over the crossbar. Binksy is there trying to get a pass. Double commit on the backboard from the Yetis, but Geo is there to get the clear. Take the pressure off for now. Shamsreel going to be able to send this one down. Havoc send this one back in to start it up again for the Macaws. They seem like a fine oiled machine here. Great save. Able to keep so much offense just due to those rotations for so long, and they're back at it again. pistons pumping in the motor of this Macaws team. Shamsriel going to try and fix that with a solo play. He's 50'd hard. And the Macaws back on offense again. A double whiff down that one, though. Binksy is there to try and center it again. Havoc gets a nice touch. Binksy stops it on a dime and almost has the solo play to get through. But man, ever since that first goal, the Yetis have been holding pretty solid on defense. All things considered, the pressure has been there from the Macaws. They've had quite a bit of it. The Yetis able to stave them off pretty well.
Yeah, with that being said, though, like the Macaws only has 2 shots in this game so far, and the last 2 games, the Macaws had like 6 or 7 shots. So the Yetis are keeping them away from the net and getting their own shots in. So,
speaking of someone who's not usually a goal scorer, there's Gio back at it again with his, I think, 4th or 5th of the series now in just 3 games, giving the Yetis a 2-0 lead. We've seen them hold on for this long with a 2-goal lead. Saw that happen in game number 1 after they got their 4 in a row. Havoc with the shot. That's a great one, but it's saved away. Gio being able to find another level of offensive production today. And even with the Indy sub down, the Macaws find themselves in a hole here, 2-0, and could be down 2-1 in the series if they can't fix this in this very final minute. Ducks sends it out. Good boost steal from Gio. Ducks has enough. Pops it up, though. That flick not on target. And Yetis are able to clear. They only have to hold on for 40 more seconds in order to go up 2-0. Schultze sends this one across. Shams can't quite get onto it. Schultze sends this one back, makes it awkward for his teammates. This one off the bar. Ducks is there, capitalizes. And with 23 seconds, this has become a 1-goal game for the Macaws.
that's what they needed. They needed they needed a mess up from the Yetis, and Ducks capitalizes, puts it in. So now it gets to the point where there's 20 seconds left. Is it going to be an all-out attack, or is it still going to be like the comms are going to still be there and see what happens?
That was the play they needed. Open net, but nobody could capitalize on it. Binksy trying to do it himself, but with time dwindling, the Macaws don't seem to have enough time. Shams can't get on it. Binksy is bumped by a falling Shamsriel, and that is going to give the Yetis the Game 3 win, putting the Macaws on the brink of going down in 4 games, let alone 5. And this, not a familiar position for the Macaws, but the momentum that the Yetis have after shutting down the Macaws defense like they did with the pressure they had for so long, they have to be feeling really good right now about their chances of pulling this series out of the bag.
Oh yeah, and I'm just excited for Game 4 to come up and see what happens in Game 4. Because if Yetis get that Game 4, then their series is going to be their league, their season is going to be 6-2, and that's going to be huge for the Yetis when they're facing off against like their own rivals like the Otters and the Tides, because it's going to be closer for sure.
Yeah, with that 6-2 record, they would end up going up to second because of their 6th win, putting the Otters, who are 5-2, down 1 spot there, which would be sad news for my boys, but I have faith. But this Yetis team putting on a show right now. Well, really, both these teams putting on a great show. They're both looking spectacular, and the Yetis' offensive output has been a little bit of a surprise, to be quite frank, but they have looked pretty good coming into these games, and we'll see if they can pull it out here on Forbidden Temple. going to be our 5th map. Schultze looking for the ceiling shot, but no boost. Unfortunate. Would have been nice to see that come out of a Mav League player. Binksy going for it himself, not able to find it. Ducks with the shot, going to go just wide. Not quite enough power on that one either to make much of it. Havoc trying to keep possession, sends it back in the corner. Binksy is there, sends it mid. Nobody's back post. This one's sitting. Duck for Ducks. Can't find it. But the Macaws trying to keep possession, a little bit flustered. Geo tries to put it under Havoc, but good read by him to keep that one out of harm's way. Binksy going to look to boom this clear back in. He does. Off the backboard, Shams tries to get over the defense, gets it by one. Wall play now, can't get another touch. Ducks is there, he gets absolutely rammed away. Binksy gets that boost spawn, very lucky off the backboard, straight down. Havoc can't get there. And that's a very unfortunate play, as that one, the best opportunity that the Macaws have had in a while. They can't find the back of the net, and Striker yet again, another minute and a half of shotless Rocket League between these two teams to start a game. Usually ends up getting up there later on, but stalemate to start things off is it's come to be normal.
Yeah, with all the Maverick, like, I think in Maverick it's like they're still trying to feel out all the teams and players, but I'm just gonna stop. I'm just gonna stop whatever I'm gonna say, because there's another goal from the Macaws and Havoc with a goal.
That's his first one since game 1. And he breaks that scoreless draw. 1 minute and 50 seconds into this one. And that, I believe, yet again, the first shot, first goal. It's at least the second time, if not more, that we've seen that in this series. Binksy gonna look for the crossbar here. Go for the double tap. Almost hit it. Havoc trying to put another one in for the Macaws, but not gonna do it. And that first all-important goal, and what ever since that first game has been a pretty low-scoring series. The team who has scored first since has won the game, so Macaws looking to keep that momentum going. Of course, that 4-goal streak from the Yetis to give them that game 1 win, a rarity from this team. But they end up making it work. Ducks,
yeah,
trying to make a solo play, can't quite catch it though, and possession going to be back again with the Macaws here. Havoc with the shot. Shams with the save, though. That a great save and good positioning from Shams to keep that one out.
Yeah, this game has been like isolated in that middle half of the pitch, and with both teams getting like those good shots in, and every single time I talk, they score.
Ducks with this pass uses that post to fake out too, and that's a good placement to get it under Ducks as well from Havoc. That's gonna get this thing up to another 2-goal lead, which I believe has happened every game. The first team to score has always gone up 2-0. Woo, that would have been another fun stat line, and then given up another one right away after. But Ducks finds a sharp angle. I couldn't see through the smoke on that one. Not sure how he found this angle, but this was a great shot off the post and in. That's going to bring it to a 3-goal game. The first time that the team who has scored first has gotten a 3-goal lead. And now with a minute and a half left, the Yetis are going to try and find some momentum to take into Game 5 if we even get there, to come out and win a series that they were not supposed to going in. Oh, what is that? What a shot from Shamsreel. Gonna go off the ceiling with it. How do you predict this? That is beautiful. Just trying to center it probably, but hey, if you put things on net, you never know what'll go in.
Yeah, I think what Sham was trying to do there was he was trying to go for the pass, but luckily it hit the top of his car and became a goal for Sham's Yeti team. And now it's 2 goals, and there's still a minute left. Let's see if the Yetis can pull back and get the tie for go to overtime.
We'll see if they can do it here. They have the means. We've seen them do it before. Can they do it again? Now Binksy has a 1v1, not a situation you want to be in versus an indie player. And he makes quick work of the defense, grabbing that mid boost and beautiful little side flip flick, and even the bump threat too to make sure it goes in. And 3-goal lead is kept here for the Macaws for these last 38 seconds. And if you're the Yetis, at this point, Striker, if you're the Yetis, do you start thinking about Game 5?
Yes, at this point, going down 3 goals, I would say like, oh, this is just a bad game. Let's see if we can get them in Game 5, and maybe if they get like a response goal here, that would give them good momentum into Game 5. So if they can get that goal there, then we'll see if they can keep it going in Game 5. But right now, I would just like, if I was playing, I would say like, yeah, this is Game 4. Just not worry about it and just go into Game 5 with a new head.
We'll see if they can fix their mindset going into this Game 5, getting, I wouldn't say smacked around, but the offense definitely finding their footing for the Macaws with that 50% shooting percentage, 4 on 8 shots, each player individually. Also, fun fact, at exactly a 50% shooting percentage. Ducks and Binksy with 2 shots each, getting 1 goal, and then Havoc 2 goals on 4 shots as well. Shamsreal with his 1 goal, the only one for the Yetis on their 4 shots. And that's, I believe, the second game in a row that the Yetis have only gotten 4 shots on target, which not a great look for them, averaging just under 6.5, which is, I think, on the lower end of the Mav League, but averaging 4 over the last 2 games, not so good. And I think one of the main things for that team is I want to see their offense come back and be a little bit more consistent at getting shots in this Game 5, because the Macaws have that ability to just keep pressure and keep shooting, and it'll depend on if they do that or the Yetis can shut them down.
Yeah, and in that Game 4, Ducks got a playmaker, which is a three assists. So he literally did all the passing plays for his team. And Game 5, we're in Game 5. This is going to be huge for both teams.
Macaws puts them up to 7-1 with the most wins in the entirety of Maverick. But a win here for the Yetis. Severe playoff implications down the line as we about hit the halfway point of the season. That'll be coming up during Wednesday's stream. But for now, this 6-2 record on the line. 5-3 not looking the same. That's a great shot from Ducks. The placement perfect, but Shamsreal's defense even more perfect. 2 shots here in the first 30 seconds. We don't have a shotless scoreboard in the first 30 seconds for, I think, the first time in this series. But the offense from the Macaws looking just the same as it was in Game 1. This pass going to be down to Ducks. Can they recoil? The defense not there from the Yetis. Can't shut them down early. And with 4 shots already on the board for the Macaws, their offense looking dominant already.
Yeah, and I think with the play there, the Bixie called off Havoc, saying, like, do not worry about it, we got you. And look what happened there. Ducks puts it in the top corner, and Macaws are now up 1-0 in the game.
It's a big lead as well. So far, the trend of if you score first, you win the game has continued throughout the entirety of this series. except for game one, of course, which was Macaws up 2-0, and then Yetis score 4 in a row to win that game. So we'll see if the Yetis here can pull off the same magic. But Schultze, fun fact, going to the Dominus for this game. A little change of pace here for this game, looking to get some more bangers on net. Talking about bangers, the double demo, we're playing 2-on-2 Rocket League for a little bit. They respawn. So we're back to 3-on-3, but that a good save from Schultze there. Coming back off that respawn. Geo not able to get that. Ducks. Has it in the corner. That pass out in front is 50 away. A great 50 for the Macaws as they look to try and get back on offense. They are winning that shots category severely. Woo, that looked like it was in. Not going to count as a shot for the Yetis, but shots currently 6-0 for the Macaws. They are dominating on the offensive end, but the defense for the Yetis, even with the pressure holding up, that shot going to go wide, though, from Geo. Oh, that is unfortunate. That was their chance to tie this thing up, and they can't get it on target. Unfortunately, Geo with another chance at redemption, but Binksy with the save. The pull down from Indy coming through for the Macaws when they need it most. Making a crucial save to keep this thing in the Macaws' favor. Haven't gotten a shot for the last little while. The Yetis trying to find their footing. This one going off the backboard. Schultze keeping that ball in the corner. Double commit. Shams able to get this one out. Allow for a defensive reset here. Schultze can't quite get a touch on that, but this ball safe. Tucked away in the corner for now. Geo wins that 50. Schultze, can he get up before Havoc? No, this one's stopped midair. Havoc gets another 50, keeping that off the front of the net. Crucial play there. Yetis have not been able to keep anything in terms of possession on offense so far, and that's going to need to change if they're going to come back in this game.
Yeah, and Geo has been putting all that like aggressive behavior into this game, and I love seeing him going for like shots and trying to get some goals, because like I said before, he wasn't the one that was more of an aggressive player, but he's been showing it in this game, and he's been doing that that aggressive play style, and it's helping the Yetis stay in this game.
Shams had the chance of a lifetime just a few moments ago. Couldn't find the back of the net, though. And that one, a good 50 from Schultze to keep them in this game. 30 seconds left. Yetis trying to find just one goal. One opening is all it's going to take. They've had the offensive pressure for the last 2 minutes or so. Shots 3-1 in their favor. Ducks sending it over the crossbar. Shams gets a touch, but it's still dangerous. Schultze able to get it out. They need to get back on offense ASAP. Schultze gets a 50, but is it enough? Geo gonna look for a teammate. Decides to take it himself. He can't get the 50. Schultze pops it up. This the last chance, the last breath of air. Ducks spikes it, and the Macaws are able to pull it through in the very waning moments to grab the 1-0 victory in Game 5. That last 2 minutes was way closer than it had any right to be. The Macaws came out absolutely swinging punches at the Yetis in the first 2 minutes, 6 shots, and then absolutely